Hello friends. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video we are going to learn how we can automate post API. Okay. Let me first get some free post APIs. So if you go to the Google and just search API for learning or something like that, or you can say like sample sample API. So we can just search here, and there are lots of things we can find, and then we are trying to find um, this one. um, let's say free REST API for testing or something. Let's see like this, and then let's see if we found something this time. Okay, so this is what I was looking. So this is the website that we will use to learn automation. So let's see. If you see here, they have some sample APIs. Like this is a get API. What it will do, it will give the list of all the users. If you click here, so it's giving the response 200, right? And it's giving the list of all the users. If you see it's single, then it's only giving the second user. If you see, so this is the URL reqres.in, and this is the request. Okay, let me go back. So this is a resource. Okay, page equal to 2. Sorry, if you go to singles, so this is saying /2 means I want the data for the second user. So you got the data like ID is 2, his email ID, first name, last name, so all the details. But if you see list all the users, so there are, so it's saying okay, give me all the users where the page is 2. So this is the query parameter, right? So query parameter we are getting, okay, ID 7, so we got 1 user, 2 user, 3 user, like that. And if you say single user, so this is path parameter, so only one. Then single user not found, so like this. So like that, they have some APIs which we can, REST APIs which we can use to learn how to automate. Now the first thing that we want to automate, say we want to automate a post API. Okay, so let's see, like this post API, what this is doing. Let's see what this post API is doing. So this is a URL, this is the resource API users, and you are providing some name and job, and it will create a new user. Okay, so let's see how we can do this in Eclipse. So if you go here, let's create one new project. We will create a Maven project. You can create a Java project as well, but since we need REST assured, right? So REST assured is a library that we are going to use to automate REST APIs. Now if you create a Java project, you have to go to the Google. So you can create that way also. Like you can go to the Google, and then what you can do, okay, download REST assured. If you go here, download REST assured, then you can go to this website REST assured.io, and then here, um, or you can say, yeah, here see release notes. Like, so if you go to say 4.200, so you can actually download these libraries, or you can say somewhere you can download these libraries, jar files, and then, so let's see, we will do like this, REST assured jars. Okay, so maybe here in the download section, and then from here you can download. See, you can download this REST assured 4.33, 4.33. So you can download these jar files, and then you can create a Eclipse, like some Java project here. And once you create a Java project, then you can go to the this build path. I think you already know it, build path, and then you can add external add libraries, and you can add the jar files from this add libraries, configure build path, like that. But instead of that, what we will do, we will create a Maven project, so that we don't have to download and do that. We will use the dependency. So let's see how we can do that. So I am creating a project. So I'm creating a Maven project, and okay, so that's fine. Click next, and let's see archetype, right? So we can use the simple archetype for our project. Like for testing, we need Maven. Let's see, Maven. Just give me a second, friends. So which archetype we can use? Just give me a second. Maven archetype, right? So we want Maven ARCHETYP Maven archetype. Okay, so here we go. So we have to use this Maven archetype quick start. So this has the template that we want to use for our automation project. So you can use this one and then go next, and then you provide some group ID. So you can say group ID com docker selenium, or you can say com dot so this is some unique name that we are providing for our project. So group ID you can provide anything. So I can say like com learn rest API. Okay, and then what is the artifact ID? Artifact ID is okay, uh demo, you can say demo. That's it. So if you click on the finish button, let's see what is happening. Now see, demo, whatever is you provided is created here, right? So this is the name of the project. Now if you see, since it's a Maven project, we have some like some dependencies we got, and then there is a pom.xml file. So I hope you know a little bit of this concept of Maven project. So if you don't know, that's fine. So what we do here, like, okay, we have a dependent, so we can add a dependency here in this dependency section. Like we have a JUnit. So whatever libraries we need to automate our project, we can have it. So suppose now we need REST SEO, right? So just go to the REST SEO here and just find the dependency for that. Let's see where it is. So you can say like this, or maybe we can try to find it. Let's see if we can find it here. Let's see 4 points. So this is the latest one. So okay, here is a dependency. See, so we can use this dependency. Let's copy it here. So once you copy it here and put it in your XML file below this, and then just control A, control I, control S. Now what will happen, it will automatically download, it will automatically download the dependency. If you go to the Maven dependency, you just refresh your project and it will do it. So just refresh your project. Actually, if you see here, right, it's building 62%, so it's downloading. So it is one time only, it will not download every time. So it is one time when you provide the dependency name, and once it is downloaded, it will be there. Okay, so now let's wait. This building is 62% at the bottom right side. We have to wait until it is 100%. Until it is doing, what we will do now, we want to automate this post API, right, friends? Okay, I think this is done here. See, now we got all these jar files, all these libraries that we need for REST SEO. Now I will close it and I will create one. Let's delete these default packages from here, right? We don't need this. So we can delete it because we can create our own package we want. And here also we will delete this and we will create our own packages. So let's delete this. Okay, that's fine. Now let's create a new class. We will create a new class here and we can give any name. So we can give like, okay, uh, post API, post API. Okay, so okay, that's it. Now what we are going to do is, so um, Okay, so what we want to automate? We want to automate, just give me a second, friends. Okay, friends. So what we will do, right, for now, we will use the @taste annotation, right? @taste. And name of our taste is public. So the method name public public void taste post API. And if you go here, import this taste. Okay, now what we can do is, okay, now we are good here. So let's create the rest assured first. So this is the URL. We know this is the URL right here. This is the URL here. Sorry, let's go here. So this is the URL. So let's first do the setup for this. So what we can do is, since now we have a rest assured library, you can say rest assured dot base URI, right? So we are not providing the whole URL. We are saying base URI, because if you see here, this is only URI, this request req request dot in, and then the whole URL will be like, if you want this single user, then you have to provide this API users too. So that will be the whole URL. Okay. So this is the URI, and this, if you combine this request whole, then it will become URL. So right now we just want to provide the URI. Okay. So what is the URI? Okay, URI will equal to, let's copy it from here. This one, I think, let's copy it like this, and close it here and go here and say like this. Okay, good. So we provided it. And if you see, it's not giving any error because we have this library. Very good. So now let's say, now what we can do is like, so in here we will, we will provide given, when, and then format. So let me explain you how to do that, and then I will just write the code and then I will explain you. So given dot, so if you see here, we are getting some error because it's not able to, identify this one. So let me see. Okay, friends. So we are getting some error. So if you see, right, if you let me delete this part here. So when we said rest assured.base URI, it has imported this rest assured library. But when we are saying given dot given given, and then it's giving the error, but we are not giving anything to import because it's a static method. Okay. So what we can do? Let's see. Let me. Sorry, it's not given like this. Okay. So actually, since we already have this import IO, right, just copy this from here. Just copy it. It's very easy. Just copy it here, and then just say import static, static static, and then here you say dot star. So now see, this error is gone. Now if you say given dot, so we are getting the options. So friends, suppose you will think, right, how we can remember it. It's very easy. Suppose I don't have anything here. Let's see. Let me give it again. So I deleted everything, right? So see, you are getting the error. What you have to do? Just go it and import the rest assured. Now since you have to use a given, which is a static method, so for this, since we are not giving any option here, we will just copy it here, because we know that, okay, this is the library we have to import, and we will just put it here, and we will just say static here, static, because this is a static, and then we will say dot star, and that's it. Now given dot, what we want. So let me see, just okay, friends. So If you see, right, given after that, we have to see whether do we have any query pair. If you go to the post API and suppose we are automating, we want to automate the post API. So let's go here, post API, and in this post API, this is the URL, right, and then this is the resource. Copy it here, API slash API user. So let's say that slash API users, right, and if you send here, see, we got the results. Okay, so it created a user with the ID 153 and we got this result here in the form of JSON, right? But let's see if we have any parameter. There is no parameters here, right? There is no parameters. There is headers. There are some default headers are there, and then there is a body. So since there is no parameter, if there is a parameter, we can provide that. But since there is no parameter, we will not provide any parameter. So given there is no parameter, then what else? Header. Let's see if we have any header. So if you go here, headers, so we have lots of headers here. Let's see if we need anything. So let's use this content type header. We will provide this header, right? So I want to provide this header here. Given dot given dot header, right? Not this header. Given dot header. So we want, let's say this header. Okay. So we have two parameters to provide here actually. So given dot so what is the parameter name? We can copy it from here actually. Suppose we want to copy this. So you can provide all the headers if you want. But since we are just practicing, I will just provide one so that we can understand, okay, how we can provide these headers. So content type, and here we go, the content type. What else? And then the content type is application JSON. So since when we are doing it in the post API, we everything is here. But since we want to automate, we have to provide it programmatically, right? So we have to provide it here like this, and then okay, whatever given. So given means when we execute this API, whatever is given. So we are providing that. Like if there is any query parameter, if there is any header, and if there is any body. So body, okay. So we will provide the body in the string. See, string format now like this. So you can have it here also like down. Okay. So what is the body? Body, if you go here, so this is the body. Control C and just put it here like this. Now if you see, the Eclipse, did some formatting, because when we are saying string, and if you see here, name is also a string. So we just want to make sure, okay, this is not a string. This and like this notation is not for a string. That's why we are putting the backslash here. This Eclipse is doing for us, so we don't have to worry. And then, so this is our body, and then what else? Okay, after body, what else we can provide? Let's see. Okay, so we have provided everything, I think, right? So now we will say dot when dot post. In the post, we have to provide, you know, the resource. Okay, so um, actually you can provide in the post, like if you don't have this REST SEO dot base URI, you can provide everything here. But since we have base URI there, we can provide the part of this. So part of this is what? The part of this is API users. So let's provide it. We don't need it here because we already have it in the base URI. So this is done. Now post, what after this we want to do? After that, so we are saying, okay, this is my given. I am giving you this. When post, when you do the post, with this URL, you have to perform some action. That is what we are saying when. Okay, and after you perform the action, then, so let me see then here, or then. Okay, then what? Then I want to validate something, right? So then dot, if you want to log something, you can log all the response in the, in the console. Then what else? Log all. I want to log everything, and then I want to assert something I want to test, right? I want to assert what I want to assert. If you go here, and it is saying created means 201, status is 201, so we want to assert that dot the status code, right? Status code is 201. That's what I want to validate, and then our test is completed. So now let's understand this, what we are doing. So we are creating one test where we are providing the base URI. Base URI means, here you go. So this is the base URI, means all these requests have the same URI and they have different resource, the request part. So that's why we are saying okay, because if we automate all the APIs, like all the APIs is here, right? Like list users, single users, then we don't have to provide this every time. So we are providing it here, the base URI, and then in the post we are providing the remaining resource URI. Okay, so this is the whole URL. Now we are saying okay, given means whatever is given before executing that API. So we are saying okay, given is the headers, the body, so all these things is given. If you want, you can log this also, like given dot log. So you can log this, log dot. So whatever request we are giving, you can log it. Okay, and then after that we are saying when means you have to perform this post API. When you say that when dot get means you have to perform get API, and then log this. You have to log all this in the console, and then assert that the status code is 201. So let's see now. Let's try to execute this. Okay. So how to execute it? Just go here, run as JUnit test. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so it's failed. Let's see why it is failing. What happened? No class difference. Could not initialize a class. Okay. So something Java post API Java. Okay, friends, let's give me some time. Okay, friends. So actually, we did one mistake while providing the this dependency. So what you have to do, like okay, REST assured Maven, and if you go here, this is the dependency that we have to copy. Okay, so I just replaced this dependency in my pom.xml file, and then what I did, I just executed my script, and now that issue is gone. Okay, so that was the problem. I think we copied some wrong dependency for REST assured. So now if you see, we executed this. What it did, it executed this post to API, and if you see, it has logged all the things that we have asked. Okay, so request method is post. What is the request URL? API users, and then there is a query parameter, no. So it has logged everything in the. Okay, so this is the body, because we have said okay, given log all, so it is also logging our request. So our, what is our request? Our request is this body. Okay, content type. So it logged everything, and then we are saying log all the response as well. So let's see where it is logging the response. If you go here, then this is our response. Okay, the name, the job, and ID is created here. Okay, so this is the user that we have created using this automation, this post API. We executed this script, and also if you see, this test is passed because the status code is 200. If you see here, um in this left side here, right? So okay, so this is the console here, and this is passed. Let's see, we will say 200. Let's see, we are saying the status code should be 200. Okay, so now it should fail. So let's see how what will happen now. Let's run this. Okay. Now if you see, we got all the things is logged here, right? Everything is logged, and if you see here, there is request, response, everything is logged, but our test is failed. If you see the failure trace, it is saying expected status is 200 but was 201. So that's why we just deliberately failed it. So let's make it 201 again. So that's it in this video, friends. So in this video we saw like, okay, how we can automate, like we can provide all the given in the given, we can provide the body, the headers, and then when we can provide the post method, and then we can log all the responses, and we can assert whatever we want. So that's it in this video. Let's meet in the next video. Thank you.